Following his dubious pursuit of genetic experimentation, the renegade Donatian fled Rhubarb for the planet Earth. Using the relative route, he escaped to the south of France during the period in the 18th century and lived a reclusive life there for over 50 years, falsifying information on his early life.
So, Steve, do you mean to say that a member of your race managed to live undetected on Earth for all those years?
Yes, well, when Dad and I moved to Earth, we lived a life of anonymity. Well, until a certain Elizabeth Brown started snooping around.
Steve, what is the importance of this Donatian character? All I want to do is help you beat this horrible condition.
Yes, I know. He spent much time on experimentation, including the creation of a Melastone clone, in case his own body was ever damaged.
How do you know this?
Donatian was an infamous figure in Melastone history. Don't you see, Lizzie? If he created a Melastone clone, it could be the cure for me.
Oh, so all we have to do is go back to 18th century France, break into a madman's home, steal his treasured clone from underneath his nose, and somehow put your insides into it. Oh, easy, is that all?
You put things so eloquently. But I have a better idea.
Steve, do you want me to go and get the doctor? He's only resting up in Lottie's quarters at the moment.
No. Robo, you must send a message to a version of yourself for one of my former time streams and orchestrate a trip to France, 1777.
Another poor soul escaping the clutches of Lacoste. Naturally, Jacques. Or is it the evil tyrant himself? I am taking no chances. Come. Come. Claude, he is in a bad way. It is not the self-proclaimed aristocrat. That I am sure of. Who can do this to a man, huh? Do not worry, my friend. We will take you back to our village. You will be safe there. Lacoste. It's a castle. So our philosophical perverted novelist has struck again.
Somewhere nice and warm for a change. Good choice of location, Steve. And a castle to explore too, by the looks of it.
You feeling alright, Joe?
Yeah, why'd you ask?
Well, you seem almost happy, enthusiastic. I've never seen you like that before. It suits you.
Oh, bless you for those kind words, Jack. Usually I look around me and there's nothing to be impressed by.
So, Robo, you're saying that there's a Melastone living here on Earth.
Affirmative, Master.
And we're in the south of France in the latter half of the 18th century.
Affirmative. I have very few details, Master.
So, why have you brought us here? Why now? I mean, it's a little bit random, my little friend.
Affirmative. The information just came to me.
Okay, well, I think you might need a little bit of a holiday, my friend. Look, we'll have a snoop around and I suggest you head back to the Venture, okay?
Affirmative.
You think he's playing up?
Well, it was a bit weird, Robo suddenly blurting out that somebody from my own race was living here on Earth.
Well, are we going to explore or what?
Blimey, Jack, you're right, she's almost happy. There must be some sort of imbalance in the universe somewhere.
Gosh, stood in lovely weather in the south of France, accompanied by two hilarious comedians. My luck really is in today.
Well, I presume we ought to break in. I suppose some sort of French aristocracy lives here or something. Well, why not? Jack, how do you feel about standing on duty?
Well, I am a detective constable. But surely I'm not on duty here.
Look, we won't be long, and when we find a way in, we'll come and fetch you. Is that all right, mate?
Well, as long as you don't get entwined in one of your adventures and forget about me.
Oh, poor Jack, how could we ever forget about you? Stephen?
Yes, Joe.
Something I don't get. An alien is living here on Earth. How did he get here? Where's his spaceship?
Well, no, that's a good question. And I think that the answer lies within these walls.
His ship is in his castle.
Well, yes, it's the perfect cloaking device. What is it they say? A man's home is his castle. Gates!
Very dynamic, brother dear.
Right, well, I suggest we investigate. Let's split up.
You are joking. That girl was in a right state. Our Melastone monsieur may have a terrible temper, or be really upset over arguing with his girlfriend.
Well, I'm sure your cheery, lovely bedside man will be the perfect antidote for him. Come on.
You okay, madame? Oh.
I thrust myself upon the wench and observed the fear in her eyes. She was playing with my mind, acting out the role of the timid, innocent young virgin. And yet as I felt around, I immediately knew just how experienced this little prostitute was.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Oh, I do not believe I have made your acquaintance, and you are not a member of my staff. This does not matter. Hello.
Hush off, you pervert!
Voyage d'Italie. Where do I know this from? By Donation Alphonse Francois. Oh my god, I do know where we are. This is his castle. Donation. Otherwise known as the Marquis de Sade.